Hi. So I just wanted to hop on here, mainly so that this is documented somewhere. So my son has severe mental health issues, okay? And we've been battling them and going through them for 15 years. And we just recently, after about, I'm going to say we're going on month number 7 of trying to obtain the proper care that he needs, which is a much higher level of care than what the system is stating that he meets criteria for. So his last incident, thank you, Nicole, was at day treatment, and he was triggered, and he was defiant and verbally aggressive, and he took off from that facility twice. They had to call an officer to go get him and bring him back. So by the time I get there, there's 3 cops there. There is one of the therapists there. There is one of the treatment team people there. And basically I am told at that time that no matter what, I had to take him home. Day treatment couldn't keep him. The officers couldn't take him. Nobody could get a hold of his probation officer. So I had to take him home. Very quickly, they found an alternate placement. So this placement is a level 2, which is a therapeutic group home. It's not a lockdown facility, but it's a therapeutic home. It's a small group. There's maybe 3 other kids there. And the lady that runs this her and her husband run it with their stepson. And her and her husband are both mental health physicians. So they've been very trained on how to handle all of this. Sorry. So we take him yesterday at around 7, and we go through the intake, and Con's already starting to get mouthy, and she just was like, here's the rules, this is what we do, this is what is expected of you, and if you break these, then you will be discharged. He didn't even make it 24 hours. So I got a call at about 3 something, and she was saying that they were having a lot of issues with him, and that they wanted to have a meeting, and we were supposed to have a meeting tomorrow. And I'm sorry if it's loud, I'm outside. So I'm already stressing about this meeting because I don't know what's going to happen. About 15 minutes ago, I get another phone call, and my son has bolted from the facility. He's left. And she says, because he left, that's an automatic discharge. And so she gave me the 30-day notice. So now, on top of worrying about, is he okay? Are they going to find him? Which I know they will, because he bolts like that all the time. He usually doesn't go far. But here's what I'm left with. I have been advised, and I'm not going to say who advised me, but this person has dealt with us and dealt with the system for a very, very long time. I have been advised to refuse to pick him up. In doing that, that means that they will deem him abandoned. He will be in DSS custody, and I will be charged with abandonment. And it really shouldn't have to go there. I have been begging for months, and I keep getting told that basically until he physically assaults me, there's nothing they can do. And then on top of that, you throw in COVID, and so a lot of these higher levels of care places are not even accepting anybody. Actually, because if I go get him, then he's gonna bring that. My kid's a danger. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. He's dangerous. He's violent. He's physically and verbally abusive. My 12-year-old sleeps with a pocket knife in his bed with him. That's the extent of how my son can get. He's not stable at all right now. He's been delusional and having distortions and stuff for months. And I have begged his ACT team, I've begged partners, I've begged everybody. And nobody seems to know. Nobody wants to do anything. I was also advised from another person that I could take him to admissions at Broughton. Which I'm not against. But I mean, the reality is that if I go get him and he doesn't want to go with me, he will attack me while I'm driving. He does not care. He doesn't care. He's not stable. He's not stable at all. The ACT lady sat here at my house and, I mean, basically admitted to me that the system was messed up and that she empathized with me, but there wasn't a whole lot they could do until he physically hit me or one of the kids, or a peer or whatever, that there wasn't anything to do. I mean, yeah, Carrie, I can take Jamie with me, but at the same time, I'm scared to have him in my home. That's the other part of this. And so on top of all of this that's going on, I'm also eat up with guilt because of the shit that I have put my other kids through. I can't even begin to tell y'all. Today I came home and Waylon was like a completely different kid. I mean, like, this huge weight was lifted off of his shoulder. That killed me. It was just relief for him that he didn't have to be afraid in his own home. And I'm scared to bring his brother back and put him back in that state. the DV system. Colleen, hang on, I don't know. Instead of abandoning him, I don't know what that is. I don't know what the DV system is. I have IVC'd him before, if that's what you're talking about. And the place kept him for 11 days and then discharged him back to me. It's just a system-wide breakdown. I mean, it just really is. Yeah, Dakota, I know, I thought about doing that, taking him straight to Broughton. But this is the thing, Dakota. If I intake him and they don't deem him necessary, or they don't deem that he meets that criteria, they won't take him. And then what do I do? Oh, Colleen, I don't know that the DVS system, I don't know that will work because he's 15. I don't know. Guys, I don't know what I was expecting to... I don't even know. This is so fucked up. It's so messed up. He didn't even make it, I mean, barely 24 hours. I don't know. I appreciate y'all, you know, sending me good vibes and, you know, all that. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm fighting a losing battle. I just really am. But send me good juju. Keep sending me good juju. Yes, Dakota, you're right. I'm venting to the Facebook therapist of the world. I don't know, guys. I'm on the verge. I really am. My own sanity's in jeopardy at this point. I don't know, but I love y'all. Thank you for letting me vent. And I'm documenting this so that when I have to go to court, I can just show them. You talking about the IVC, Colleen? I don't know if that's part's true or not. He's been IVC'd a couple of times, and each time, they only kept him for like 8 days, 6 days, 11 days. I mean, they don't keep them very long when I IVC him, and that's not long enough to get him stable. Ashley, what is exactly wrong with him? What a great question. So he's bipolar, and then on top of that, he's got narcissistic personality disorder, and he's ADHD, and he's 15, so he's going through that. He's going through the hormonal stuff. He has been on 4 pages of medication trials. This last set he was on a super high dose of lithium. It wasn't doing anything. And this isn't even like the worst period. Like in mid-October, he gets worse. His violence gets way worse. So I don't know. Ashley, you're okay? Girl, I post this stuff all the time. It's just when you tell people he's bipolar, sometimes I get people who are like, there's no way, he's only 15, blah blah blah. And I mean, it is what it is. Oh, Colleen, you know, the ACT lady was telling me that they're actually shutting down PRTFs because their data is showing that it's not effective. And I'm like, well, it's not effective because you guys can't keep help, and you have a revolving door of therapists and staff. So, I'll go back and read these and try to answer y'all's questions, but fingers crossed for tomorrow. I mean, she already sent me the 30-day discharge notice, so basically we have 30 days to either find another placement, which if they don't find him or he gets violent, that will all change. But technically she's supposed to keep him for 30 days, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, sorry for rambling. I needed to boohoo for a minute. Thanks, guys.